No timeouts, first and goal Garden from the Highland 4. Wilson in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks right, well protected, rolls the pocket right, at the 10, throws end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Jeremiah Jackson! What a throw by Wilson, rolling to his right, and with 2:15 to go, the defending champs, not dead yet, they take the lead back, 26-23. Wow. 3rd and 21, Butler from their own 6, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Helbig in the gun, batted up in the air, and it's intercepted in the end zone. Mincy's got it, off the Robertson deflection, touchdown Garden City. 3rd and 18 from their own 25, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Helbig in the shotgun, whistles down the middle, and it's intercepted at the 45 by Saba. Runs left 40, 30, left side numbers 20, 15, 10, spins off the man down to the 3. Kevon Abrams makes the touchdown-saving tackle. 2nd interception of the night for Warren Saba, and he returns it 42 yards to the Butler 3. 1st and goal Garden City from the 1, looking to take their first lead. Pistol eye for Wilson, they'll run the option right. Pitch back right to Charles West, and he walks in. Touchdown Garden City. Off of the turnover, the interception by Saba sets up a 1-yard rushing touchdown by West, and the Blockbusters have their first lead, 13-7. 1st and 10, Garden City from their own 44. Simmons and Davis go left. They hand it to Charles West. Runs behind a block from Kahari. Foy Walton is off to the races. Right sideline 30, 20, 15, 10, 5 and West. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. This from 56 yards out. 6th play of this drive. 2nd and 9 Garden from the Trinity Valley 14, looking to take their first lead. Kilby and Simmons right. Davis and West left. It's a tunnel screen to Simmons right. 10, 5 into the end zone. Touchdown Garden City. Dancing right, coming back left. 13 yards scoring from down 17-0. Garden City takes their first lead of the day, 34-31, with 11:30 to go in the 4th. 2nd down and 5. Garden City at their own 29. 3 receivers right, 1 left for Wilson. Takes the snap, looks right, comes back left, now rolls right, throws on the run, rainbow pass for Simmons, he's got it! Down the right sideline, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Remy Simmons! Are you kidding me? On 2nd down and 5 with the game on the line, a 71-yard touchdown pass, Wilson to Simmons. Johnson has it, left side angle. Bounce pass knee-high for Thomas, top of the key. Against Xavier Smith, crosses him over. Shot clock at 5. Hampton for Johnson straight away. Back for Hampton, an angle left 3 at the buzzer and puts it in! At the shot clock horn over Quintavious Eagle. Garden City 7 of 10 from downtown, cleared off to Harvey for Garden City. Blockbusters can take the lead. Johnson to Holloway for 3, and he's got it from the right wing. 10-0, Garden City run. Bushank goes right up top for Holloway. Straight on 3-pointer and ties the game. Holloway hits a 3, and we're tied again at 62. 1 minute to go. Bushank got a hand on it. Garden City can take the lead here. Hampton, right block, spins it up and in. Count it, and 1. Kendall Hampton, right wing to the block, and a chance for a 3-point play. And for the first time today, Garden City, after trailing by as many as 10, on top 66-65. Saved by Trudicek, throws it right to Hampton. First Seward turnover. 2-on-1 Garden. Hampton to Thomas, and he throws it down! Coming in from the right slot, a tomahawk jam by Thomas, and the Blockbusters rattle off 5 in a row. They're back to within 1. Yo-Yo's on the bounce right wing. Chest pass for Crushank. Slashes left. Bounce pass left wing. Hampton. Double clutch 3 is good in the face of Garden. 16 straight Blockbuster points, and a timeout called by Colby. Thomas brings it across with 10. Down to 9. Jameer right wing with 8. They're going to go here. Jameer Thomas to the straight on mark. It's Kendall Hampton, goes right with 3. Down to 2. Hampton, right wing for the win. He's got it! Kendall Hampton at the buzzer. A 3-pointer from the right wing. And the Blockbusters win it, 74-73. At the top of the key, McHenry against Gay. Uses a screen from Tilly. Chest pass to Green. An angle right 3 and got another. Abby Green with her 4th from downtown. The Blockbusters up 28-25. 41-40, Garden City clinging to a 1-point lead. They've been up by as many as 11. They need a basket here. Washington going at Barber. Right slot, pull up 15-footer, and it drops in. Big bucket for Jada Washington. 22nd Hutch turnover tonight. Washington left wing. Takes Bradshaw off the dribble, off the bounce, step back, 18-footer, and got it from straight on. Washington with 14. Washington in the center ring. Jogs towards the logo, the NJCAA logo on the right. Crossing over Bradshaw, off the bounce again, and hits! Jada Washington again from the right slot. 19 points for Washington. She's scored 9 in a row. Her 10th rebound for Garden City. Rockbusters up 15. Green, give and go. Johnson with a 2-hand finish. Low left, and Dasmini Johnson, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 7 unanswered for Garden City. They're up 45-28. He sends a shot towards left field. High and deep, going back, and it's gone! RJ Bourget, a 3-run homer. And from down 11-3, Garden City pulls to within a run, 11-10. 1-2 from Hoffman, the kick, and a curveball sent into straightaway center field. Diggins goes back, looks up, and it's gone. A 3-run shot for Corbin Truslow. Play away from second with nobody out in the 6th, the 1-1. Truslow swings and drives one into straightaway center field. Going back is Schaefer at the track, looks up, and it's gone into the trees. A 2-run bomb by Corbin Truslow. And the Blockbusters have a 4-0 lead in the 6th. Brunson now at third base, so second and third. And Robbie Young swings at the first pitch and lines a missile to right. Back at the track is second, and it's gone for Robbie Young. Touch them all on the first pitch, a 3-run bomb.
Okay, folks, we're going to go ahead and get started with our program. Again, we have a game plan and everything that we'll go over in just a few minutes and everything on how everyone can be recognized. But first off, I want to welcome you to the Garden City Community College Athletic Banquet. This is one of my favorite events of all years. We get to recognize over 300 athletes for their accomplishments this year. And in amongst those, I want to take just a minute. And where is Gunner and Tucker? Where's Gunner and Tucker? Would you please stand? Are you in here somewhere? Gunner and Tucker, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, just qualified for the College National Finals Rodeo, be representing Garden City Community College this last weekend. We're very proud of you guys. Very, very proud of you guys. What a great accomplishment. That does not come easy for those rodeo folks. But I'm very excited that we're having this banquet here tonight in Conestoga Arena. Thanks to the good man Tom Willis and his donation and everything. We have a newly renovated gym with the state-of-the-art floor, bleachers for our students and our band area. It's just an incredible facility, one of the best community college-owned arena in the state of Kansas. In amongst that, we're also celebrating from this last week the drafting of Mike Hughes to the Minnesota Vikings, number 30th in the first round. Congratulations. He's a Buster, Mike Hughes. Tonight we'll be recognizing a lot of accomplishments both athletically and academically, and we want to thank everyone for what they've contributed to the Buster Nation. But real quick, I would like to ask, if you're a sophomore and this is going to be one of your last events and everything, would you please stand at this time? All sophomores. All of our sophomores, please stand up. Big round of applause for them. Thank you so much for what you've meant to us here at Garden City. Next up, as you see in our program, we've had a change and stuff, but at this time, instead of to do the invocation, I'm going to ask that Chris Humphrey please come forward. He has a few words that he'd like to share with you about being a Buster fan and coming and watching the Buster athletes do their job. So, Chris, if you'll come on up, I'll turn it over to you, please.
Let me just start tonight by saying thank you to the faculty and staff who are here. it's my privilege to be with you this evening. I also want to thank Dr. Swinder, the Board of Trustees. Thank you to John and his team who have put this on to recognize and support all of you Busters tonight. And I want to thank the coaches who are here who sacrificially give of their time to invest in these student athletes. My name is Chris Humphrey. I'm the pastor at Cornerstone Church, and it's truly an honor to be here today. I've lived in the Garden City area for about 18 months. And while I love what I do and I love my church, my greatest accomplishment is at home waiting for me to get there. My wife of almost 15 years and my two incredible children, they are my greatest accomplishment, the greatest choice I ever made in my life. I'm truly honored to stand in front of you today and just share a few thoughts with you. I've been thinking what to say to a group of young people who are going to, part of you transitioning this year to a new season of life, and part of you that will be welcoming in a new group of freshmen next year. And if I had to title my words tonight, I would simply title them this: Today Matters. I remember being a 18-year-old kid who was being recruited for baseball and football, and I had an opportunity to go and play, and I signed to play here actually in the state of Kansas at Sterling College. And through the process of some things that were going on with my family, some emergencies that took place, I asked to be released, and I ended up playing junior college baseball in Oklahoma at Tishomingo at Murray State. With that transition in my life came many opportunities and many emotions. And I know it might be hard to believe that that's a true statement if you saw my first pitch on Saturday, but I was in a lot better shape then. That was about 25 years ago, and let's say 60 pounds to make me feel better about myself. But thinking those days, I wish I could tell you there were no regrets. I wish I would have realized that the decisions I made in those days mattered the way that they did. Regrets aren't always bad, but the truth is they're not always good either. Some of the good memories that I have are overshadowed by bad choices, and some of the things I wish I would have accomplished, I never accomplished because it was easier to take the easy way out and not work the way I should have in the time and the season that I had. And so in the few moments that I have tonight, I want to give you just a few thoughts to hopefully challenge you to get the most out of the moments that you have today, because the truth is today does matter. The first thing I want to share with you is this. This time only comes around once. Each one of us is given a certain amount of time. Whether we like it or not, you can't change that. That's what's going to happen. Make the most of it. Get everything you can out of this. Whatever you do, the second point is this: don't settle. This world will talk you into settling, but you have every opportunity in front of you. Achieve everything that you have an opportunity to achieve. Every chance you have to meet a new person, take that opportunity. When you have a chance to move forward to better places, take those opportunities. Don't settle in your life. Don't settle in your relationships. Don't settle in your careers. Live the life that God has for you, that you have for you. You are a great, great person. The third thing I want to tell you is this. Remember today, you've been given a platform. Don't waste it. Be the best you. I don't know that you understand the number of people that you impact on a daily basis, and maybe you think, well, nobody comes to this game or not as many people come to that game. You make a difference in the world around you every day. I can tell you that because I know a 7-year-old little boy named Judah Christopher Humphrey, who happens to be my son. And since Saturday morning, all he's done has been able to talk about how he got to shake hands with 4 or 5 of the baseball players. It changed his life. When we would go home from football games, he got the chance to go down on the sidelines at times, and he'd tell me, "Dad, did you see all those guys giving me knuckles?" I was like, "Yeah, son, you almost got knocked over. Don't do that again." But he's better because of the investment you made. He dreams big because he sees what you accomplish, and he wants to accomplish bigger things than what he sees at 7 years old. Be the best you. Finally, I want to leave you this. It's funny, we just talked about this, Dr. Swinder. Finish better than you started. Finish better than you started. You were here for a season. Get everything you can and take it with you to make the best you possible. Colossians 3:23 says, work willingly at whatever you do as though you were working for the Lord. And today you may be here and you're not of the same belief as me. You may be atheist, you may be agnostic, you may be whatever. It really doesn't matter today. The statement is still true. Work with everything you have. Give the best to every moment you've received, because today you stand on the shoulders of people that have gone before you. Don't waste these opportunities. They only come around once in a lifetime. And today I want to give you this as I leave. Today matters. God bless you guys.
Thank you so much, Chris. We appreciate you being a Buster fan and for supporting us the way you do. Next up, I'd like to ask our president, Dr. Herb Swinder, to come up and share a few thoughts with you at this time. Oh, my goodness, okay.
Thanks, John. Pastor, thank you. These past 18 months, I know for this college, you guys have made a significant impact in the many lives of young people, but also in our community. So thank you for your support and encouragement. This evening, I too want to echo the sentiments for what's been said about what a great culmination of a wonderful year. In doing that, it takes a lot of special people, and I want to recognize just a few here this evening. First, my wife, Diana. Yeah. My administrative team, the vice presidents serving Garden City Community College for administrative services, Emily Klaus, and vice president for student and instructional service, Mr. Ryan Ruda. Actually, all three of us work for another fine individual named Debbie Atkinson, my executive assistant. So, this college would not be able to enjoy the successes and benefits without the leadership of its governing body. There are many colleges out there. In fact, there's some just this past year that have decided to cancel some of their athletic programs, where we have ramped up. And I think that's very appreciative of you to share your thanks to our governing board members who are in attendance this evening. We have Dr. Marilyn Douglas. If you stand, if board members stand, just stay standing. Dr. Blake Wassinger, Mr. Leonard Hitz, Mr. Jeff Chris, and I want to ask one more person. Did I get all my board members? I want to ask one more person. Former Speaker of the House and a great supporter of Garden City Community College, Mr. Melvin Neufeld. We're going to hear a lot tonight about some accomplishments, but one that rings most profoundly with me is there are over 200 student athletes, and I use those choice of words, student athletes who have achieved a 3.0 or higher grade point average. I think that's the highest number in the college's history. But more importantly, I think that shows the conviction and the dedication that you, the student athletes, have. And it is a fact at Garden City Community College, students who are engaged in activities and athletics have a higher cumulative GPA than those who are not engaged in these programs. So on behalf of our governing board and our faculty, staff, and certainly our administration, congratulations to all the student athletes this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Swinder. As we come to a close of the 2017-2018 season, this has been one of the most successful seasons all around in Bronkbuster history. 13 teams have qualified for postseason play, national championships, and national events. That's just a testament to your hard work, both in the classroom and academically. The 2017 Bronkbuster football team posted an 8-4 record and finished second in the Jayhawk Conference, faced Trinity Valley in the Heart of Texas Bowl. It was the second year in a row the Buster team had made a bowl game. Warren Saba was named Defensive Player of the Week in Week 6. 11 Busters were selected all-conference, highlighted by quarterback Terry Wilson, who was named the Jayhawk Conference Offensive Player of the Year. This past Thursday, former player Mike Hughes was selected in the first round of the 2018 NFL Draft by the Minnesota Vikings. Volleyball had their best season in 5 years. They went on the road and defeated Butler in 3 sets in the first round of the all-conference tournament. With the win, they advanced to the region Final Four for the first time since 2012. 3 ladies were named to the all-conference team, and in March, assistant coach Casey Loudon was named the new head leader of the volleyball team. Garden City Cross Country hosted the Region 6 Cross Country Championship at Buffalo Dunes this past fall. Sandra Spott was the region national runner-up in the 5K distance. With her second-place finish at Nationals, Sandra became the first cross-country All-American in Garden City Community College history. For soccer, first-year head coach Scott Westbrook guided the men's team to a 7-9 record. With their backs against the wall, they had to win their last 4 conference games and were successful in doing so and grabbed the 3 seed to advance to postseason play. Women's basketball head coach Shy Mitchell guided the women's team to a 20-win season in her first season with the Busters. An eight-point victory over Hutch was their first in Hutch in over 20 years. They beat Northwest Tech in the first round of the Region 6 tournament to advance to Wichita for the first time since 2016. 3 Lady Busters were selected to the All-Conference team, and Jada Washington was named to the All-Region team. Men's basketball set a new school record with 21 wins, the most in school history, and finished this season in the Region 6 semifinals. They broke the three-point record for most threes in 1 year and most threes in 1 game. A 78-69 road victory at Coffeyville was the first for the Busters in 20 years. 3 Busters were named All-Conference, and Jeff O'Cherry, who led the nation in blocks, was named the Jayhawk Defensive Player of the Year. Dance had another strong showing at the Region 6 competition, posting a score of 158.9 in the hip-hop category. Cheer took first place with a score of 256 points at the Region 6 competition that qualified them for the NCAA Cheer Championships in Florida. The squad finished 4th in the nation, which landed them their 3rd straight top 10 finish in as many years. The golf team finished the year ranked 23rd in the nation, and 4 golfers individually ranked in the top 150. In track and field, Denham Rogers became the National Junior College Association Indoor Heptathlon National Champion when he broke and set a new record in the multi-event. 6 track members have qualified so far for the national track meet, and Doug Marshall was named the new head track coach in cross-country field in January. Rodeo hosted the 51st annual rodeo this April. In one of the toughest regions in the country, the men's team finished 4th and the women's team finished 9th. And as John alluded to earlier, header Tucker McLean and heeler Gunnar Stapleton finished the season ranked in the top 3 in the Central Plains region in team roping, qualifying them for the national finals in Casper this June. We believe this is the first set of team ropers to represent the Busters at the college national finals since 1970s. Softball qualified for the Region 6 tournament in Dodge City. Sophomore Erica Vessels was named Week 7 Jayhawk Conference and National Player of the Week, and 4 ladies were named to the All-Conference team just today. Baseball will go on the road for the first round of the tournament. They travel to Cali this Friday for the best-of-3 series. Designated hitter Corbin Treslo's 18 home runs have him tied for first in the conference and ranked 2nd in the Jayhawk in RBIs. More importantly, over 50 student athletes have continued to sign, over 50 student athletes and counting have signed letters of intent to NCAA Division 1, 2, 3, or NAIA programs to continue their athletic and academic careers. Off the field, multiple sports teams have spent their time volunteering in the community. Most importantly, we honored, as Dr. Swinder said, over 200 student athletes who have achieved a 3.0 or better this fall. These accomplishments, along with many more, are a testament to your hard work, character, and dedication, both academically and athletically. And as an athletic department, we thank you for all your hard work.
Okay, the game plan moving forward, as we go through each sport and everything, as the coach comes up and everything, we ask that the team come over to the right side, come up and line up across the back. During that time, each team will be recognizing 3 individuals. We'll ask that those 3 individuals, as they get handed their awards, come up here and step on the X and wait. We'd ask until after all 3 are introduced for you then to applaud. We'll take a picture of the 3 individuals getting their awards together, and then we'll take a group shot. And as that group shot's being made, the next coach will come up, and the other team will go ahead and line up to come up here, and we'll just streamline things and go one right after another. And batting leadoff is going to be Coach Gundy. If you'll come on up, and the softball girls will make their way up, we'll go from there.
Well, on behalf of the entire coaching staff here at Garden City Community College, we would like to thank, obviously, our administration, the Board of Trustees, John Green, Kevin, and Ashley. They do so much for each one of our individual programs. TJ and the athletic training staff, we'd all like to thank them for keeping us on the playing field. And Greg Greathouse is hiding up top each year, but he does more than most people give him credit for, so he helps keep the DPAC running. I'd like to thank my assistant, Coach D. She keeps me sane and I drive her insane. And then my husband and daughter, who I think we're still working on potty training. So, but I'd also like to thank Garden City Community College for allowing my husband and I to do what we do. It is very hard for two coaches, and you guys make it much, much easier for us. So thank you very much. Some of our accomplishments this year, we had 21 of our student athletes recognized at the Academic Achievement Night, and of those 21, 19 of those were a 3.5 or above. Bailey Muxlow-Volk, where you at? She was just honored as one of the top 5 GCCC graduates. Samantha Akers was named second team all-region. Erica Vessels, as Kevin pointed out, was the National Player of the Week, as well as Erica, Taylor, and Bailey were honored as honorable mention for all-region. And then I'm going to make her blush, but Coach D will actually be the first person to graduate from Garden City Community College with her associates, with her bachelor's, and also she will receive her master's degree from NAU here in the next week. So. Sorry. All right, our Freshman of the Year award. This award is going to go to one of our kids. We have a great freshman class. A lot of kids would be deserving of this award. We picked this one because she played pretty much everywhere except catching, because she was probably pitching at that time as well. So our Freshman of the Year goes to Ariel Denny. All right, so you heard him say in the beginning that we only have 3 people to honor. I don't follow instructions very well. I couldn't pick between 2 of my sophomores. So Samantha Akers and Angel, step forward, please. Sam was in the circle for us nonstop. She led our pitching staff. Towards the end of the season, though, we had an injury to Taylor, who was our catcher, and Angel stepped up in a big way. Without Angel, we're not able to be as successful as we were at the end of the season. So they both get the Sophomore of the Year. Our last award is our Buster of the Year. This award goes to the kid that is all around, does well in the classroom, busts her butt on the field, is a pain in my butt. That kind of gives away who it is. But this kid was unbelievable for us. She carried our team in so many ways. I'm going to cry, so I'm just going to give it to her. Erica Vessels.
Let's get the 3 first. And y'all want? Coach D?
We'll stand behind him. Probably won't be seen, but that's okay.
It's not about us anyway.
Jeff will probably be the only one. Come on in.
And it's Kelsey Ray's birthday today, so if anybody wants to sing happy birthday, you can.
And right off this way, ladies.
We're going to get everybody here. We're so proud of you guys. Yeah. Good job. Good luck. Good luck. Good job. Congratulations. Thank you. Good job. Thank you. Good job. Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. Mic too high. Good evening, everybody. First thing I'd like to do is, this is a first experience for my assistant and I, being a part of an athletic banquet. I think that this is awesome, that we put something on like this. Where we come from, we didn't really have an athletic banquet, so I think this is awesome. Thank you everybody. I'm Becky, you got me. Thanking everybody. I'm just thankful to be here. I'm thankful to be a part of a program that, worships student athletes. We're just very glad to be a part of this. My girls here, you know what, and they've never heard me say this, but I mean, today is the perfect day for you guys to know that I love every single one of you guys. They don't get that from me, but this is honestly the best season that I have had as a coach, as a head coach. 5 years of coaching, this is the best season I've had, and that goes to you guys. If you don't put in the hard work and, kind of react to my screams and yells, that doesn't happen. So that goes to you guys. I'm very thankful for that. My first season in a program, and you give me 20 wins. So I couldn't be more happy. I'm so proud of all of you, and thankful for every single one of you. My assistant, Kelly Jenkins, words can't even explain. This girl rides with me. We're college teammates. We played together in college, and she puts up with a lot from me. She puts up with a lot, so I'm very thankful to have her by my side. She is actually graduating with her master's degree on Saturday, so proud of her, and just proud. I'm really proud. I'm glad to be a Buster. It's been a great first season. I hope that we can definitely do things even better next year. I love you, ladies. Coach Kelly is going to take it away and give our 3 awards out.
Okay. Our first award goes to the most inspirational comeback person. She demonstrates dedication, determination, leadership, and also has the ability to inspire others. She suffered 2 concussions in a single season, and that didn't stop her comeback. She came back as she begun. This award goes to Jessica Carrillo. I think you're supposed to stand on the X. Look on the floor. Our next award is titled the Iron Buster Award, which goes to the most tenacious, relentless, physical, and come ready to bust it everyday player. She also demonstrates a fierce competitive attitude every day she steps foot into practice. She was also selected all-conference and all-region in the Jayhawk. This award goes to Jada Washington. Our last award goes to the most outstanding player, a person that greatly represents our program and has made a significant contribution as a leader by example, not only to the coaching staff, but also to her teammates. She works hard on a daily basis by excelling on and off the court. She's making the dean list every semester. Her work ethic and maturity was truly one of our catalysts of our team's success. She was also selected all-conference for the region. This award goes to Shakendra Bean Tilley.
Yeah, you got to get in there. Okay, folks, I'm going to take over and hand out the cheer awards this year. Again, I want to recognize the cheerleaders. This is the third year in a row for them to finish in the top 10 in the nation, advancing to nationals, and that means they're 3 for 3. So, and the individual awards this year for the most improved goes to Jake Hawkins. He's not here? He's not here? He was unable to make it, sorry. The most spirited award undoubtedly goes to Karina Camacho. This year's MVP, who did just about everything that you could ask for, goes to Sabrina Gunnup. Photo time, folks. Step in there. Surround them. Here we go. While they're getting their picture made, I'll ask the dancers to please come up.
Don't leave yet. We're going to shake your hand, make it official.
Make it official. Yeah, thank you. I enjoyed watching you guys.
Great job. That's really justice.
Just a little. Again.
Good job. Thank you. Thanks for all your good work. Thank you. Good work. Thank you. Good work.
All right, for the folks that have entertained us many a times at halftime, put on a show every time inside and out, our GCCC dance team. And the awards will be as follows. Most improved dancer goes to Andrea Ruiz. She's just a little excited, I guess. Next, female leadership and showmanship, Paige Eggleston. The male leader and showmanship, who's always put on a show with the biggest smile, Cody Harper Holmes. Get a picture of those three. Okay, the group picture, y'all step on in. Everybody else.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
And now we'll turn it over to volleyball and Casey. Here we go.
Well, first I'd like to thank kind of the whole athletic department for just being so welcoming at my first year here. I'd like to thank the girls for not only just kicking some major butt this year, but having the best season in 5 years. That was super cool to have my first year of coaching come in and have these girls just work their butts off day in and day out, not just on the court, but also in the classroom. So we have 3 awards tonight. The first one goes to a girl. She actually came to us as a middle, and she just wasn't quite keeping up with our other 2 middles. So we saw something in her, and we put her on the right side, and she definitely fought us for most of the season. And towards the end of the season, she definitely was the one that we could just set the ball to, and she'd give us a kill whenever we needed it. She also plans to attend Southeastern Louisiana in the fall. Coach's award goes to Joe Simovich. Our second award goes to one of the hardest workers on our team. We asked a lot of her this year, and she definitely delivered, whether or not she was frustrated with us or with herself or just in general, but she definitely was the one that we could rely on the most as coaches, and her teammates relied on her as well. She finished the season with 561 assists and 276 digs, landing her on the top 10 and top 15 lists of the Jayhawk Conference. So our Setter of the Year award goes to Madison Park. Our last award goes to the core of our defensive unit. She led our serve-receive, led our defense. Without her, we would not have competed with a lot of the teams that we played this year. She would make plays that the whole sidelines would be like, oh, that ball's hitting the floor, and then out of nowhere, she'd come flying across the court and get that ball up. She's a great player, hard worker in and out of the classroom, and she led the entire GCCC with 622 digs and was ranked first and was 7th in the nation with digs. Our MVP award goes to Bailey Martinez.
Yep, go right ahead. Get in there with them. Here we go. 3 award winners. Now the entire group, please, ladies. And if I can get Doug, Coach Marshall, in the track and field and cross country to come up.
Good job. Good job. Great job. Good job. Very good. Good job.
Is track and field underneath that?
Yeah, I'm just going to do everybody.
That's fine.
Do everybody together. Is that okay?
Yes, you have at it.
First, let me give honor to God. Thank you, James. It's been a really great year, spectacular group of kids. Where my men at? My men. Y'all, I'm just going to have everybody come up. Everybody come on up. Men too. Men too. It's been a really great year. It's really been a blessing. A lot of things have changed since December, but this group has been really receptive to everything, and so that's all we could really ask for. Indoor was very good. Cross country was very good, and outdoor is going well. We finished up our outdoor season. We have regionals this week and then nationals in 2 weeks. So we're still competing. We did a few awards here. Come on over here. We did a few awards here, and we tried to keep it as simple as possible. But cross country men's MVP goes to a young man. He did a really great job for us. He was our top finisher at nationals. Cross country men's MVP is going to go to Jesse Bebb. Go stand over there. All right, our cross country women's MVP is going to go to a young lady. She did a spectacular job this year. She finished second, I think by what, 20 seconds? 20 seconds. Hard work. She really personifies everything that has to do with a track and field or a cross country athlete. Our women's MVP is going to go to Sandra Spot. You're welcome. You want me to take that one? Okay. Keep going? Okay. All right, we're going to keep it going. Women's track and field MVP. We just rolled everything together. I know most years we do indoor and outdoor. Outdoor season has been a little cold, so it's been a little tough to put together some good performances. But our women's track and field MVP is going to go to a young lady that got second in the mile, and she got third in the 2 mile, 3 mile. I don't know, it's a lot of miles. Sandra Spot. All right, our men's track and field MVP is going to go to a young man that he put together probably one of the best performances. How you doing? That's my son waving at me. He put together one of the best performances probably in the history of Garden City track and field. This young man, he did a spectacular job. He broke the NJCAA record in the indoor heptathlon, broke school record, and also broke the conference record. Our men's track and field MVP is going to go to Denham Rogers. All right, our field athletes. Field is all of our field events. So it's our throws, our jumps, all of those combined. Our field athletes, this goes to a young man he's really stayed with it. He's showed a lot of maturity. He came his first year, had to kick him off the team. And then he went home, got himself together, and he really made me proud this year. Our field MVP goes to Dwayne Reed. Women's field MVP, this young lady, she's from right down the road. She's worked her butt off. She got second indoor in the high jump conference, qualified for nationals the first meet this year, thank God, because that's probably been the closest thing to good weather we've had. But she's a spectacular athlete. I'm glad that we hopefully get her back next year. Our women's field MVP is going to go to Kaylee Line. I saved these awards for the last ones. These two awards, they kind of personify what a track and field athlete, student athlete is for our team. These two people have done a spectacular job. I don't think I've ever had a problem with them showing up, ready to work. They take care of business on and off the track, in the classroom as well. Both of these athletes are very special, and they're going to be special for whatever program they go to next. Our Women's Excellence Award is going to go to Shiseido Robinson. And our men's Excellence Award is going to go to a young man. I think every coach in here has probably had it in their office at some point in time. I think I saw him in 3 different offices today. He's a very special young man. He's a good man. Works his butt off every single day. Our Men's Excellence Award is going to go to Trey McClary.
You and Coach Coleman went getting the picture. Coach Coleman, there you go.
All right, let's do a group shot.
Big group. Hey, she can go from flag to flag. Dr. Swinder, she can get a picture from flag to flag. We've already measured it out. So as long as we squeeze in. Good. You got a lot of handshaking to do now. Way to go, fellas. That was the smooth. You don't need to thank me. We're good. Huh? Oh, well, thank you. Next up, we'll have men's basketball and Coach Brady Trinkle. Oh, I'll get him. Okay.
Well, I'll try to move quick on this. I know we got a lot to go tonight. First, I'll say thank you to everybody and just talk a little bit about this team. Very enjoyable team to coach. Right, a lot of fun. These guys showed up every day and worked hard. They took care of business in the classroom. We're a very young team. We only had 4 sophomores on this team, and every guy here is brand new, not one returner from last year, since we had all sophomores last year. So very, very happy with these guys, enjoyed them. A lot of them are moving on already and signed. A couple guys we're still waiting on, but that'll happen. But I'll go ahead and start off with the awards right here. First, I want to say a thank you. Where's Jared Hendricks at? Step out, Jared. Jared, right here's our student trainer. He didn't miss a day or a trip or anything with us. Right here is one of the best I've ever been around. I couldn't say enough about that young man right there. He came up early on New Year's to take care of our guys, and I know that's not easy to do. I just wanted to say thank you just straight from our program to him. All right, for the first award was chosen by the athletic staff. This is kind of a given. If anybody watched our region tournament, we decided to call one Mr. Clutch, and he was clutch all year for us. He was our leading scorer, broke records this year. Just enjoyable young man to coach, Kendall Hampton. All right, the next award right here, we us coaches and staff and everybody, we talked about it, and this young man showed up every day. He was the first one in the gym, the last one to leave. He led our region in three-pointers made this year, and he did it as a true freshman right out of high school. And it's the Toughness Award, Richard Cruikshank. All right, and I don't think there's any question on this one right here. This young man's always going to be special in my heart. We only had him for 1 year, but he actually transferred over from a rival school from here, and we beat him in overtime twice this year. And I couldn't ask for a better kid to coach. As much as I enjoyed coaching every one of these guys, this young man will always mean a lot to me. Pierre Johnson, Leadership Award.
Brady, picture. Get in that picture there, bud. Mm-hmm. Team picture. Come on in, guys. All right, next coming up will be women's soccer. You're going to go ahead and do both, Coach, men and women? Men and women are both coming up.
All right, I'll try and make this fairly fast. I know everybody's about ready to fall asleep. It's been a long time coming, but I need to say thank you to Dr. Swindler for approving my hire. I thank you very much for that. Thank you for my raise. He gave me $10,000 after the season. He bought my son the new car that I've been, and the car. And he just recently approved my reserved parking spot in front of the DPAC. So thank you very much. I have to thank my boss, John, for bringing me here, where I used to live in Mobile, Alabama, on the Gulf Coast, palm trees, Gulf of Mexico, weather not below 50 degrees. And he brought me to the windy, cold, western Kansas to die. You are welcome. Thank you, John. But it's been a great place. It's a really good place. I'm very happy to be here. And we will be here as long as my son, Jace, continues to adapt here in Garden City. He's at Garden City High School. He's doing okay, because they don't give homework. Right? He's happy about that. The last person I want to thank, Coach Torres. This was our first year here, working together. Mr. Yin Yang, and we do things great together. I really appreciate you, everything that you've done. I know the ladies, I know the men, they all appreciate you. I'm just going to say that I couldn't ask for anybody who works as hard. I'm sure you'll even work harder next year, because I'm not going to work that hard, so you'll have to pick up the slack. Here we go. We're going to get some awards out. And the last thing I'm just going to tell you is this. It's hard when you give awards, because everybody on your team throughout the year works hard. You're competitive. No matter what the outcome of the games, no matter the record, both teams gave it their all. And so when you do get an award, you really should embrace this. And here we go. The Freshman of the Year award for the women's team is going to Isabel Medina. Whoa. Sophomore of the Year, Syra Reeves. Reeves? And finally, our leadership top award here goes to Goretti Mendez. On the men's side, our Freshman of the Year, next year's RA, Lyle Lakey. I should have brought my glasses. Sophomore of the Year, Sebastian Aragata. And our leadership award goes to Remy, I still can't pronounce your name, Amiria, right?
Picture time, Coach. You and Nick on each side, please. on this side. There we go. Nope, I think you're good. Okay, the whole group, please. The whole team, all the teams. Next up, we'll have Jim Boy and Brock and our rodeo team.
No. I want to thank my assistant, Brock Baker, for helping me this year and years past and maybe in the future. I have 2 awards here. I'm missing one, but anyhow, I'll announce her name as well. I had to come up with these awards and names. We still had a third of our season left. That'd be 3 rodeos left, and we're kind of, you know, these are basically kind of MVPs and awards for people helping out and doing things. But basically, Kenzie Jones came up with quite a few points here in the end. She's one of our MVPs. Peyton Welsh was another one who she gets a Buster Award, was getting quite a few points for us and really came along and did well also. Our other award is kind of tore between 2 of them now, but anyhow, Shani Adams was kind of our, she was going to get another Buster Award because she spent 2 nights in the hospital with a couple of our guys, was always helping out and doing things, and it was really great to have her around. So thank you, Shani. And then we had, I want to acknowledge Sierra Fierno. She really came along here in the end with the breakaway open and did really well also. Thanks, girls.
Okay. Hey, good job. Let's shake hands here. Okay. So we're going to do it. Yeah. Good job. Good job.
Okay, our guys. I have 3 awards for our men's team. These are all just rodeo MVP. I'll just read their names off. Ian Price. He got quite a few points for us in multiple events, steer wrestling, saddle bronc riding, and the team roping. He's a freshman. He'll be back next year. And with these next 2 being gone, he'll probably even do better. He'll have his mind right. The other 2 MVPs are Tucker McLean and Gunnar Stapleton. As John mentioned earlier, they qualified for the College National Finals Rodeo and the team roping this summer.
Right there on the X's, guys.
We'll do a group shot on here.
Yeah. Next up, if I can have the golf team come up. I'll be making that trip to come watch y'all, okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. You bet. Thank y'all. Great job, guys. Thanks for a great rodeo season. Thanks for a great rodeo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks so much. Thank y'all so much. Thanks for a great year. It's kind of scary. Hi. Thank you, bud. Jim Boy, thank you. Thank you. Next up, I'm really proud of these guys. Now in our third year as the coach of the golf team, I'm very pleased to say these guys helped to accomplish. We've now been ranked in the top 25 in the nation for 3 years in a row. We have one of our highest number of athletes in the top 150 by Golf Stat. And so it's been a successful year. Came up a little short of nationals. That's all right. We'll reload for next year. But this year's Freshman of the Year goes to Asher Owen. Sophomore of the Year, he's worked really hard. He deserves this for coming through. He'll be going to Concordia University next year to play Jordan Parsons. And our Buster Golf Award is going to go to next year's captain, Jake Bay.
Good job. Thank you. Good job. Thank you. Good job, Warner. Good job. Good job. Good job, Winner. Thank you.
Yeah, I went out there and got a new wedge. Yeah, it was a good deal. Thank you.
I appreciate everyone's cooperation. We are moving along in record time, and we greatly, greatly appreciate it.
Thanks.
And I'll turn it over. We're going to try to crowd this football team on here somewhere, and we'll turn it over to Coach Sims.
When it comes up, let me know.
Yep. No, yeah, absolutely. We'll give him. Oh, he hasn't. No, thank you very much.
Just keep coming.
You're right, Johnny. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're good guys. They're intelligent. Yeah. The Kobe. Bring him this way. Bring it this way. All right, here we go. Thank you, everybody. You know, with the size of the football program that we have, you know, when you give thanks, I really need to give thanks to everybody. Throughout a year, our teams, in some way, shape, or form, touches everybody. If it's, you know, the trainers, if it's the board of trustees, if it's a teacher, if it's other coaches in our athletic department. I was talking to the women's basketball coaches last night, and I've dealt with the soccer coaches, and I just want to appreciate and say thank you to everyone, because for us to be successful, everyone has to kind of work with us because we're so big and there's so many guys that we deal with. So our success is your success, and I really appreciate the support that everybody gives us, from the baseball team come to the games, just everybody involved. And you know, there may be times that I miss to say thank you, but I really do mean it. And we really want to be supportive of everybody. You know, we understand what community college is. It's about coming here and going to school, you know, and doing well academically. It's about chasing your dreams of the things that you love to do athletically, and then opening up opportunities for the next spot. And that's what we hope we do, is we hope we give you the opportunity that you can go somewhere and be proud of where you started at. So I just want to say thank you to everybody in the athletic department who helps us, because it really does. You all do affect our program, and you know, sometimes there's good days and sometimes there's bad days, and I appreciate all your help. I don't want to drag this out. The one thing is, the guys were walking up. I know who's getting awards tonight, and I'd see 2 or 3 other guys, and I'd be like, man, I wish I gave him an award. I wish I could have gave him something. For us, this banquet is kind of a kickoff for next year. Our season was 5 months ago. So a lot of the guys that you saw in the Terry Wilsons and those guys, they've already moved on. So they're not here today. So we always try to use this to kind of kick off next year and kind of award some guys that are moving in the right direction, and kind of identify some guys that maybe if I'm their teammate, that's what coach is looking for. All right, how do I become successful? Well, maybe I should be a little more like this guy. And so we're trying to have a successful 2018 season, and we use this to kick that off. So I'd like to hand out a couple of awards. We're in the middle of spring ball right now, more towards the end. We finished 14 practices. We'll practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then we'll practice Saturday. If anybody wants to come out, we practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 6:15 at night, and on Saturday at 10:15. It's always fun to have you out there. There's a lot of coaches. We've had over 50 coaches visit us. We have a lot of guys who have potential to go to some big universities, do some great things down the road. But I want to start with a couple awards. The first award I'd like to give out is what we call our Academic Excellence Award. And, you know, earlier today I got a text message. And this young man doesn't get an award today, but I just want to acknowledge him, because I got a text message from a teacher. It said, "Good news report. Brandon Mincy just got a stellar score on his last exam in my class. I'm so proud of how hard this fella has started working this semester." So good job, Mintz. Yeah. You know, I also had a freshman reach out to me today and say, how long do I have to be at Garden City? And the truth of the matter is you're here as long as you want to be. If you want to get out of here, study. If you want to go somewhere else, put the film on there so that you can get an opportunity. Brandon Mincy's been working very hard, doing well in the classroom. And, you know, I tell these guys all the time, I don't get up to be mad at any one of them. You know, I want to see their success. So it's good for me when I get a report on a guy like Brandon who had a good scrimmage on Saturday. So Brandon's moving in the right direction, and that's what we're looking for. But 2 guys I'd like to honor for their academic excellence. You know, you can't do any better than a 4.0. And these guys work extremely hard on the football field, and work extremely hard athletically, academically. I'd like to recognize Garrett Stevens, and then I'd also like to recognize Mason Keckner. It's fun to honor a guy like Mason. I actually coached Mason's older brother, and Mason went through my program and went on to Division I school. And the cool thing about Facebook is you get to see the big house and the beautiful wife that his brother has now, and you know that it pays off when the guys do the right things. Also, we've been fortunate. We've had some very successful athletes in our program's history. And, you know, when you see a Mike Hughes get drafted, or you see a Terry Wilson go to Kentucky and be their starting quarterback, you know, sometimes I like to recognize guys that I think are moving in the right direction. Their grades are right, they're performing right, and I think the guy, we have what we call the Brightest Future Award. The next guy's coming up is Charles West. Maybe one day he can afford a shirt with no holes in it. You know, so, and then, you know, as a player, I always want to know, so what do you want, Coach? So we have what we call the Bronkbuster Award for what we consider as an example of what our football players should be in the classroom, on the practice field, how they carry themselves. So to me, this is the best award you can win in our football program, and I'd like to give that to Andreas Price.
Can we get the 4 right up front there and get your picture? Here we go.
Hey, Nancy, get in here. Have a good test. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.
She wants to try to get a big picture.
Oh, you want to get everybody? Come here.
Try to get everybody squeezed
Get Johnny.
in.
Get in the middle, Johnny.
Your VIPs back there just out.
Yeah, I think we just do it.
Thank you.
Coach, good job. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Good job. Johnny, good job. Charles, where's the go?
Hey, no serious. No serious. I said, I'm remember.
I see Jordan. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Definitely the same height.
Good job.
Yeah, we are the same height.
Good job. Good job. Good job, big guy. Good job.
For real? How?
Good job. Good job. What are you going to do when you coach? You got that look. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Coach? Good job, big guy.
Gee, there's your medal.
Good job, Coach. Thanks.
It's all yours, buddy.
All right. All right. I'd like to first start off by saying thank you to this group. This has been one of the biggest groups that I've had in my 7 years here. We started out with 27 students. I think we started out the spring. We lost a few over winter break, but I think we ended up with 18 coming into the spring. They've worked extremely hard. We've been able to do a few extra things, cover some more sports because we had the numbers. So this was a great staff, one of the hardest working staffs I've had in my 7 years here. So I really appreciate their hard work and everything. Two of the awards are named after 3 of the former head athletic trainers that Garden City Community College has had. I did that because of their dedication and everything that they put into working here at Garden City Community College, and these students resemble a lot of what they stood for. So the first one is the Dan Evans Freshman of the Year Award. It goes to Jay Sean Parker. The second one, the Barrett Greathouse Sophomore Award, I just got a text message. He had some family issues, couldn't get back into town on time. Christian Bugs Gandera, he's been around and helping us out for the last 3 years, so you know, he's filled in a lot for us when we've needed him to. So the second one is the Buster Athletic Award. This kind of culminates everything as far as the freshman, the sophomore, and what these kids have done. So the Buster Award goes to Keisha Garcia.
All right, a group picture real quick. Everybody get in. And if the baseball team can start making their way over, and Coach Finnegan.
Congratulations. Hard work. You guys put a lot of hours in. Thanks for all your hard work. Good job. Good job. I think they liked you. Good job.
Here you go, Coach. Good job. Thank y'all so much. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Man, you got quite the applause.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, TJ.
All right, real quick here, just want to thank my assistants, Jay Gundy and Ryan Wilkinson. Pacey, make it up here? All right, good. Well, we'll make it short and sweet. We've still got 1 weekend left. We'll see what happens. Our 3 awards tonight, our first award is called the Buster Award, just a guy kind of the grit and grind of everything. Actually from Garden City, Griffin Brunson. What we kind of call our newcomer of the year is a guy who does it right on and off the field. I guess it's kind of mixed in the classroom too. Was actually with us last year as a red shirt, Robbie Young. And our third and last MVP does a little bit of everything for us. Kind of put the award together just as pretty much a good human being, I guess you could say, Austin Stone.
Group picture. Everybody in.
Finish up the season nice and strong. Plan. All right. Good job. Congratulations.
Folks, we're closing fast, but before we get into the final awards and stuff, there's a couple of people out that I want to thank. If you're a student athlete, you've probably been in contact with this person, but our academic mama that helps to keep you on track and everything, I want to thank and recognize Leslie Wenzel for everything that she does for y'all. There's another individual that none of you could step on the court, floor, or arena without, and that's the one who processes all the paperwork so that you're eligible. And I'd like to recognize and thank Tammy Tabor. And last but not certainly least, the captain of the ship that helps to keep it all headed in the right direction, who helped to pull off this banquet and do so many things for all you athletes behind the scenes. Ashley Rudy, thank you so much. Now, Mr. Ruda and Dr. Swinder, here's an important time when we recognize the best of the best academically. And this year, for the first time that I'm aware of, we had a tie for our gold award. One of the two recipients and stuff was a perfect 4.0. This individual loves the movie Parent Trap, has played the sport that they love for 12 years, and their greatest star is a rugby player named Richie McCall. This year's individual academic award, one of the two, Madison Park.
Here, I'll let y'all.
I'll let Ryan, y'all. Yep. The other gold medal winner, all I could dig up is that this individual likes chicken and chocolate. She's from Serbia. She's a middle blocker. I know her as Joe, Tijana Masimovic. Both of those young ladies had a 4.0. Now for the bronze winner. The bronze winner is the captain of her sport. She hails out of Holcomb, Kansas. The dance team, Haley Walk, 3.97. Congratulations, ladies. Job well done. Congratulations, ladies. We have one other special guest that has come and returned and is visiting with us today. She was last year's Female Athlete of the Year, and she's gone on to Grand Canyon University, but I certainly would like to ask that Kavita Akula please stand up and be recognized. She's a buster. Next, I'll turn it over to Kevin for our Male and Female Athlete of the Year.
Thank you. All right, everybody's been waiting for this award all night, correct? Yeah, exactly. Your 2017-2018 Female Athlete of the Year was named USTF-CCCA Runner of the Week this past season. She placed second at the Region 6 Championships with a time of 18 minutes and 46 seconds, an average of 6:02 per mile. She was the national runner-up at the NJCAA Cross Country National Championship in Fort Dodge. She finished with a time of 17 minutes and 43 seconds and was named All-American, the first in Bronkbuster history. She is signed to continue her career with Southern Mississippi University. Please help me in recognizing your 2017-2018 Female Athlete of the Year, Miss Sandra Spott. Did she go do homework? Okay, good. Coach Marshall, come accept our award, please. And now for the Male Athlete of the Year. He's the NJCAA Indoor Heptathlon National Champion. He finished top 3 in 5 of the 7 events, including first in both the 60-meter dash and 60-meter hurdles, and no lower than 7th in all of the events. He finished 15 seconds ahead of his final competitor in his last event to ensure his victory. He broke and set an NJCAA national record with a score of 5,465 points. He will continue his career at Houston Baptist University. Please help me in recognizing our 2017-2018 Male Athlete of the Year, Mr. Denham Rogers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have some good news. In less than 2 hours, we wrap this thing up. How does that sound? How about a big round of applause? I sincerely want to thank everyone for coming out and your patience and everything as everyone got the opportunity to enjoy this stage. Chris Humphrey, thank you for coming and sharing the words with us. For all of our Board of Trustees and our administration that took the evening to celebrate this. No further business. It's all adjourned. Welcome to take pictures in front of the backdrop. Enjoy. Have a great evening. Thanks, Blake.